That line looked like it had terminal AIDS. I'm sorry. How dare you do that? No. Bad Disney. Bad. Welcome to yet another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast.
And I've made a comment on TikTok. We are sober, but I'm telling you, man.
And you can find me on Mr Geek Media. Hashtag reach us to Khala campaign.
Except Jack had to find someone from Africa. He's so plain.
Okay, I'm tebellokhala. Welcome to Nerdgasm. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of the Nerdgasm podcast. I have been over brighting. Like, the lighting is so off today.
Where's my sword? Oh, there's my sword.
You have a sword?
I have a sword, which is mightier than the sword.
You know, you guys gave me hope for a moment. Let me get my sword now.
He's gonna bring out an actual sword.
He'll bring out an actual sword.
Oh my gosh.
Right. We shall begin.
Tebello, don't forget, mine is mightier than the sword.
So I've been told.
Mine takes measurements. Top that.
Ding, 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 ding. Mine kills orcs.
I can
Mine
measure them
writes
nicely,
orcs
Chief.
out.
I can
Yes,
measure them
if
nicely.
If you want
I can
him,
write the
come and
orcs
claim
out.
him. That's
I
me
can
right
write
now.
the orcs out.
And they fell right out of existence. The end.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, so
Alright.
we cover in Fellowship.
Okay, sorry, let's actually
the
start
original-
because wow.
Yeah.
The
Hey,
original footage got lost, so you're catching clip notes, guys. It'll still be funny. Don't worry. We still have plenty of jokes, but it's not going to be the same.
let me put it into this context.
Yes,
I think we're gonna
we
have to
won't
start
have
with
2 towers this time.
No, we still got 2 towers.
2 times the footage you have. Don't worry. Thank God for that.
No, I just meant like
Okay.
org life. This is basic motonomics. Anyway, sorry.
I think we just have, with the episode we start with the
Shionomics, bro.
and then there'll be a disclaimer coming up. Due to technical difficulties, the original footage of the 2 towers has been lost to all time.
Fellowship.
The original footage of the Fellowship of the Ring has been lost to all time. This is going to be a rundown of everything we discussed. A sort of summary. We apologize for any inconvenience and anyone who took part. So, special apology to Rob, because Rob didn't in fact take part in this thing, and we lost all the footage, and he said such smart things. And sorry to Extrodin. I'm sure he's going to, wherever he is, he's going Bankai.
Oh my gosh.
When they find out about this,
no, he's either getting his telekinesis on, or his what's the Omega Blast on?
Yes. As for Rob, once he finds out about this, I'm pretty sure his Mangekyo Sharingan is going to be finally activated.
Rest now.
Out of nowhere, you're going to just see a gigantic Zerg-like Susanoo.
Almighty Futek.
Yes. Out of nowhere, like you will all know pain. Just see there's a floating person over the center of Pretoria. We'll try to figure out, and then there's just me down there. What are you doing, Rob? This world shall know pain. No, Rob, it's just me. Shinra Tensei.
No, Almighty Futek.
Almighty
Futek
Futek.
Shahudimu.
This world shall know for a kanedlalekana ntobona mase.
Anyway,
that word. Utobona masiba.
Utobana Mao.
I was trying not to go there.
Go want some Mao, no. No, pain, don't. Almighty Futek. What have I invented? Now I'm going to be foot-sucking all over the place. Anyway.
Oh, God.
Okay, so we are starting with the Fellowship, which starts with
We're gonna restart with the Fellowship.
We're gonna restart with the Fellowship. It starts with a prologue. and it tells us basically how the ring came into power.
And that's what I like. You see, the thing about the prologue is one of the few movies that gets a prologue right. I'm looking at you, The Last Airbender, the movie we don't talk about.
Well, also the TV show.
Hell, now, exposition.
Hey, like you see, what Lord of the Rings does really well in this opening is that it shows and it tells, and and also what it does is that when it's telling, it's telling.
Yes.
Right. When it's showing, it's showing. It's not. It's not showing and telling. It's not like a Casper feature where he's overpowering the beat, Wabo. Like sometimes it's like, bruh, how did you mix these vocals? Now you're fighting the beat, dog. I'm trying to listen and hear your flow, and when you're just mashing this beat.
And shout out to Rob. Once again,
did you hear about that raga raga? I was like, dude, I like your verse, but if you just calm down a little bit, it'll be even better.
Hey, dog. No, Casper, like sometimes it sounds like he's fighting the beat, dog. It sounds like he has beef with the beat itself. Like it's like a Street Fighter tournament. Hadouken! Chief, I'm trying
to even a Street Fighter. It sounds like the beat is trying to jack him and he's trying to like, you can't get my phone.
Well, at least all I know is that, okay, I'm not gonna, this is gonna sound bad. But you know what? We only live once. I'm gonna say the truth. I don't know a single Casper song. Do you know that?
Oh,
I'm sure you do.
Not even Doc Chevelles.
Oh, that's the one. Thank you. I was
Doc
like,
Chevelles, Kusheshe.
All I remember is there was a video. There was a video where he was dressed in a Chinese uniform and he had a Pondo at the back, and I was thinking, what is this?
That Pondo era was crazy, dog.
That Pondo era was fire. Puma game. Amorengamo, Puma game. Which is what Frodo should have said to this ring, but we will get to that.
Yeah.
Anyway, so Rob said very important notes. Let me just see the things I still remember about Rob. He said something about this movie, if you pay attention, can be cut in 2 parts. And something very interesting about how the camera angling and lighting worked in the exposition scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he also said, like, if I remember the one part that made me laugh was like he gets somebody as dedicated to his work as I was to Tolkien's level of detail, then you'll have made it as a writer. And I'm thinking, there's a world out there for us. So yeah, I'm sorry for the lost footage once again from my deepest. It's still a source.
There's so many jokes lost to the ether. In hourglass.
Hey,
so are the days of our jokes. And unlike that, the jokes can't come back. Unlike those people in Days of Our Lives, the jokes can't come back. Days of Our Lives, they die and come back quick.
They die. They get possessed by a demon and then they come back.
Hey, Stefano De Mera, they don't come back.
Where is Ken when you need him? Because if there's one person I can go on and on for hours about the possessed Marlena time in the Days of Our Lives, it's him. The way we've gone, like that's the only time we used to watch that show. And the thing is, as kids, as boys,
our grandmothers and mothers are still traumatized by that shit.
But as boys, we are never supposed to admit that we are watching the Days of Our Lives during the possessed Marlena. We're to pretend. We're to play this game. We're to speak to the girls in the class like, so yeah, what happened at that show, Nyan, and that Days of Our Lives?
Okay.
It's not like how.
I talked about it because.
And then like, oh, did you hear?
I was raised by a grandmother, so I was watching that. The reason I actually hate Days of Our Lives is because it came on at is it Days of Our Lives? Yes, Days of Our Lives came on at 5:15.
Yes.
So guess what I was supposed to be watching when Days of Our Lives came on? Power Rangers.
Oh, Power Rangers.
I thoroughly despise.
Zuko said somebody needs to hear this thing. They not let the demon more, but you don't want to watch me watch Power Rangers.
Power Rangers. And let me tell you,
they are breaking the covenant with God. And then me watching Power Rangers is watching demonic things. Man. Yo, Buck, you are preaching, Buck, you are preaching.
Okay, Kai, I opened up some traumatic memories, Kai.
Tanga, you open Pandora's box.
So yeah, we get the whole thing. We get to see Isildur cut the ring off
The
of
ring,
Sauron.
this beautiful battle. We have that wonderful moment where Galadriel. I'm speaking Elvish, guys. All that Elvish footage.
Ish.
Anyway, let's not
Anyway.
despair what is lost. You know, it happened.
Yeah.
It's okay.
What
So
does Gandalf say? The thing about how not all who are born wish for these times or something, but you
yes,
do the best that you. I'm paraphrasing. I'm remixing.
I know. So do all those who live to see such times, but it's not for them to decide. All they
Yeah.
can do is to. All they get to decide is what to do with the time that is given to them.
Yeah. So with this time, we shall just recap Fellowship itself.
Yes. So it's a quick run through, guys. If you don't know, we've got literally like almost 12 hours of footage of of the other two movies.
Hey, so just a quick rundown. First, there is the One Ring. That's the one Sauron had, and then he made a ring for everyone. But however, he made his ring more powerful so that he could control all the other ring bearers.
Yes.
So that's why his ring is called the One Ring, because it was basically the ultimate in the last number.
So what he was planning to do, Sauron, he came in this beautiful form, charmed this guy called Celebrimbor. He hit him up with that Maya Riz and said, "You know, I can make your dreams come true, baby. I could show you the world."
Wait. So Sauron was out here like, hey, check this out. Hey, baby. Hey, baby.
Yes.
Hey.
He was Hugo Bryson, bro. He was like, I can show you the world.
And then Celebrimbor was like,
wonderous.
Wait, is Celebrimbor a woman or
it's
a man?
Guy.
So Sauron was okay.
So
he had that kind of what's the world called now? I just blanked.
Middle Earth.
He had that Middle Earth Riz.
Yeah.
Wow,
so,
I literally just blanked. Like there was nothing in my brain.
Also, now you know what I go through, because when I have to name something,
Sauron cut you off.
Hey dog, he escombed me.
Right there and then, like, enough.
So he had that Middle Earth Riz.
That's how dedicated he was to the goals. Okay.
So what happened?
Or maybe he's just like that, you know. I mean, wasn't him and Saruman doing things? I don't know. Maybe that's my headcanon.
No. He comes in later, but like
I'm just saying the way Saruman was going to bat for, I was just like,
yeah,
okay, are y'all? You dedicated to this thing, my guy. Like, yeah.
To paraphrase Star Wars, the Riz is strong in this one.
You know.
I mean, yeah.
So what happened is he charmed the pants out of Celebrimbor. They made these 20 rings of power, and the plan was to make this to make the biggest wish come true with them, to sustain the world of magic, to feel fulfilled and make this world that they grew up in. Because at this point in time, the world was winding down, and the elves had to leave, and they grew to love this land. It's like, we can't leave our home now, but you have to leave. And in comes Sauron, Anatar, bearer of gifts, and say, "Hey guys, we've got an insurance plan to make sure that your world stays the same for as long as you want. Call 555 the ring."
But wait, there's more.
He did the whole chair turn. Are you suffering from home withdrawal?
Yes.
Are you suffering from a lack of magic? Are things
tough for you now, and you really love where you live? Call 1-800 Rings of Power.
Call us today. And then you just
and then side effects include brainwashing, loss of mind control. You're going to be evil. You're going to turn ugly. You're going to kill your mother. You're going to kill your father. And your rings are not actually what they are.
Powering the One Ring.
And you might just end up serving the one true Dark Lord Sauron. But never mind.
Small details.
It's like, you know how they put that font in tiny. It's like,
in the smallest handwriting.
It's like how they used to do the very mark. It's like how they used to do that very mark Velcro thing. You can work out while working at your desk, sitting at the table, cooking, and it's just gonna be like hitting your abs or whatever. And then it's like results may vary. Heaven.
What do you mean results may vary?
There's another one where, you know, to talk about this choice, and you hear very quickly battery is not included.
Anyway, yeah.
Okay,
So
I was about to tangent, but I caught myself.
Okay.
Okay,
Let's go.
So
all right. So now, then, are we at the Shire now?
after Sauron makes these 20 rings, 16 of them, he leaves, and then Celebrimbor says, "You know what? I think I see the formula this man gave me, but I can make it better." So he makes these 3 beautifully overpowered rings, and those are the 3 rings that he gave that were more beautiful than the others. And I was like, "Yay! I got the craft right. These are perfect." Which falls in line to Celebrimbor's bloodline. I've just tried to mention this because this bloodline is very important compared to the first age. And then the Sauron creates the one ring. Everybody realizes these things are evil, and then he takes them off. Then Sauron realizes his plan failed, and he says, "Okay, give me back my rings." The elves say, "No, screw you." And then Sauron captures the radio, basically overruns this place.
War.
Becomes war, and Celebrimbor, seeing that all is lost, does the one thing nobody expected him to give those rings away. He gave them 2 rings to Gil-galad and 1 to Galadriel. And that's how he confounded basically the world, because Celebrimbor's grandfather is Fëanor. Fëanor is the guy who fucked over the world. Sure, he's considered the hero, but he created the Silmarillion, or the Silmarils, these beautiful gems, and when the two trees that brought light to the entire world got destroyed by the first Dark Lord Morgoth, they said if he gave us those Silmarils, we'll be able to restore the trees back to life, and he refused. He couldn't give up his greatest treasures, thus dooming the world. And then generations later, we have his grandson, who had his greatest treasures, and the one thing he did with them is to give them away. Run it up. Then Sauron happens. Numenor falls. The humans and elves make a big alliance, big ass battle, big ass rock. Cut to Sauron. And then finger gets cut off. Boo. And then the ring gets found by hobbits. Cut to present time. We cut to Frodo.
No, the ring gets cut off. They're supposed to go and destroy it. They don't.
Yeah.
And then literally when you realize that this movie could have been this is where you realize little plot points in movies, because this movie could have been like a 10-minute short.
No, well, I mean this version.
Oh, it could have been just the movie of that.
I'm saying this version, because in the books I remember now. I haven't started reading them.
I told you guys, in the books this never happens.
Yeah. I might read them, but dog, it's a lot. But anyway,
1,100 pages.
Oof.
The Bible doesn't have that many pages.
Hey, bro, like I read One Piece, but dog, I'm never gonna reread that thing again. But anyway, point being.
So basically, Isildur, he's supposed to destroy the ring. He succumbs to the power of the ring, and this is where you see that the ring is basically crack.
Yes.
And once you hit it once and you're addicted to it, and then
and Elrond just like,
and then Elrond just lets him leave instead of just saying like, "Yo, bro, we're supposed to destroy this thing." Like into the if you don't want to destroy it, I'll destroy you with the ring. Like, go fuck yourself. And he lets him leave with the ring, and then which basically tosses the world into chaos, and a whole lot of bullshit ensues. And while he's going back to his kingdom, he gets ambushed by other people who also want the ring, and then the ring is lost for years and years.
He was ambushed by orcs.
And then the ring gets lost for years and years until our favorite Gollum finds it, and then Gollum, he keeps it for a minute or two.
I stole your ring, you one-eyed bitch. Take money.
He keeps the ring, and then
500 years.
And then Frodo, while he was on his adventure,
Bilbo.
He finds the ring and steals it, and then that's where we get to the Shire.
It was Bilbo who stole the ring, not Frodo.
Oh, sorry, Bilbo. My bad. Sorry.
Yeah,
Bilbo.
And then it cuts to
it was a Baggins, just the wrong Baggins.
And then it cuts to the present time when like hobbits rule the fate of us all. Then get to the Shire, and Frodo is doing what all hobbits do and smoke. Boy, do they smoke! They smoke a lot.
Yes.
Hey, man, they be puffing, man.
Apparently.
No, like Uchiha thought they had lungs of fire. They've got nothing on these hobbits.
Yeah. I think
these hobbits,
lung cancer was
if Rastas were to if Rastas smoke like hobbits, they'd be like, yo, give me chance.
No, like if they had chakra, dog, the fire style that they would be breathing out here, dog. Yeah.
That's melting no jutsu.
They'd probably all be doing the Asuma one, that smoke one of his, and then that he ignites.
Hey, yes. Dog. I'm saying they defeat every dragon. They defeat every dragon. He goes, these guys smoke chimneys, baba. Yeah.
But as I was saying,
so anyway, yes, Frodo. So we see Bilbo, and he's busy writing his history.
Oh no,
and in comes Gandalf.
That's the extended version. In the original, we just see Frodo is busy minding his business in the Shire. Then he hears Gandalf singing, and then he comes there and accuses him for being late. And then we get one of the first memes. A wizard is never late.
From Baggins. Oh, damn it!
No, is no, is he early? He arrives precisely when he means to.
That sounds like a deadbeat father right there. How did I get
drafted into the Protoss? Can somebody tell me where's the paperwork? Because Jesus,
one in the Khala.
I know you guys are present fathers, so you can't relate, but that sounds like a deadbeat father right there. Like that Gandalf line is straight up deadbeat fathering right there.
For me, it sounds like grandpa. These are things you hear grandparents say all the time. Like, I am not late. You are early. This rude child. But grandpa, we need to go.
Okay, cool. So the hobbits have a little celebration, and then Bilbo. Bilbo does a little trick with the ring, and then Gandalf realizes, hold up, there's something fishy with this ring.
Also, his speech was weird. It was just like, dog, are you happy to be here? Is this a birthday celebration? Are you cussing us out? What's
and by the way, hobbits live to be very, because Bilbo was like celebrating his 110th birthday, I think 11th. It was 111th. So and he still looked fresh.
Wasn't that because of the ring?
Yeah, I think the day. Yeah, no. It's the one thing that Gandalf. It's the one thing that Gandalf even said. Like, what? 11 years old, and then he looks at him. You haven't aged a day.
Oh, okay. So,
but I'm saying, do hobbits naturally live that long, though?
Yeah, they do live up to well into the hundreds.
Ew. Okay.
So anyway, Bilbo at his birthday party does a little trick, does a disappearing trick, but because the ring has power and Gandalf is powerful, he feels a disturbance in the Force, and then he goes to Bilbo and he checks it out, and then he realizes like, hey man, there's something fishy with this ring.
Do not take me for some conjurer of cheap tricks.
That's another grandpa move. You know that's when grandpa doesn't play. He's all nice to you kids, but if you put his last number, you just see Bilbo Baggins, and it's like you feel this small. You suddenly realize you have this small.
Hey, dog, when that happened to me, I sat up and I'm in my house watching this thing on my laptop, and I was like, "Hey, ain't that to you? What's happening?"
I think you're conjurer of cheap tricks.
The black in you was like, hold up, I've been tickled.
Dog, it's like, hey, it's like this. Is this my dad? What's happening here?
Yeah, so Gandalf, he notices the ring, and then when he holds it, he feels the power of the ring, and he realizes that he cannot hold it, and that's where we start realizing
No,
he doesn't hold it. He looks at it, and he just looks at it, and he realizes like, hey.
He never touched it even once. He's like, okay. Then the person drops then the ring once again, it was trying to be sly. It's like, okay, even after the intervention, like it's getting late.
I
The
got
road is
this.
long. I need to
He
get out.
started playing that. He started playing War. I got this wet ass ring.
You know, and
I got
then
this wet ass ring.
and then as soon as he said the door, Gandalf was like, Bilbo, the ring is still in your pocket. You could almost hear the ring like, oh god damn it. Get a bucket and a mop.
For this wet ass ring. He make it drop and never flop for this ass ring.
24/7. This ass ring make your pull-up game weak. Yeah.
For the ass ring.
There's some orcs in this house. There's some orcs in this house. There's some orcs in this house. There's some orcs in this
house. Ring,
bust it. Disappear.
Bust it.
Yo, I shame.
Okay. Let me bring myself to myself. I get chwar.
Bring us back.
Bring myself to myself.
That ring was a working girl. Yo, that ring was like, like those girls that they throw themselves at you hard.
That ring was a baddie. That ring was a baddie. You know?
No, but I'm saying it was a baddie that's all.
That ring was Faith and That ring was whoever's the latest baddie. That ring was a Kardashian. You know it's bad for you, but you still go there.
And then Gandalf tells Frodo, keep the ring safe, keep it out of sight, and keep it secret, keep it safe. But I have to go. Imagine that night. It's like, yay, you've been inherited to the house, but I have to peace out right now. Bye-bye. Like, but you've only just arrived. It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense. Neither do I.
I feel so bad for Frodo. Frodo was just having a regular day. Like, he just woke up in the morning, had breakfast.
Frodo was reading a book, dog. Like, Frodo was chilling under a tree reading a book.
And then at the end of the day, it's like at nighttime. Oh yeah, the fate of the world is in your hands. Peace.
No. Frodo said to Gandalf, I don't understand. And then Gandalf looked back and said, neither do I. Keep it secret. Keep it safe. And then he lives for 17 years.
Yeah. In the movie,
but in the movie, it's like a week, or less than like a week even.
But in the book, 17 years passed. Well, Gandalf is busy playing Super.
Imagine you see me. I'm addicted to crack, and then you leave me for 17 years to go find a cure for crack. Like, what the fuck?
Because. Not only,
I'm just saying, look, no, to me that's like better than the movie because, like, you see, at least in the book, Frodo had like 17 years of regular life because he wasn't wearing the ring or whatever. He kept it he kept it secret, he kept it safe, he put it away. He was like,
out of sight, it didn't tempt him, it wasn't speaking to him in tongues for 17 years.
Like I'm saying, that ring was probably frustrated. It was like, man, get me out of here. Who let the ring?
I'm here. And then Nago Frodo is busy thinking, what is that strange sound in the house? Oh well.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like
you know what? That ring was playing Flowetry. That ring was playing Flowetry. All you gotta do is say yes. Just put me on your finger and let me possess you. and then you take me back to Saruman.
Oh God.
All you gotta do is say yes.
Okay. Woo! Yeah, so I'm saying I feel like the movie.
Go ahead, come on.
The other song the ring was singing, Leo, oh Leo, oh Leo, 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 ring down, girl.
Oh my gosh.
Lay your ring down tonight. Lay your ring down tonight. Lay your ring down. And I've been working.
Okay, that's coming. ADHD,
Kai. Okay. Yeah. So I'm just saying, in the movie it felt like it was like that week. Like it felt like Frodo's life just changed on a dime. So that's why I felt so bad for him because it was just like, bro, this is just happening.
And then to make things worse, in that 17 years, or rather, the things that Gandalf was doing in those 17 years. One, he got the Rangers to basically put a 24-hour guard on the Shire. Like, I don't know what's going on. Aragorn, you better make sure that nothing. If there's a squirrel that passes through the Shire, I need to know about it. Do you hear me? Right, boss. Then it's like, right, I'm going to go meet. I'm going to meet Legolas's dead king, Thranduil. Thranduil, I I hear you found Gollum. Yeah, the disgusting thing. Keep him in jail. Do you hear me? Whatever you do, don't let him out. I'm out now. I need to go. Need to go to Gondo.
But then he fumbled, Moose. Or is Gollum a ninja?
Thranduil fumbled because shame. He felt sorry for this thing. It's like, hey, shame. You know what is good is we are not monsters. We're not gonna keep you in the dark 24/7. We're not gonna let him out for air. So because they thought of him as a pet, I guess, and then he took off into the trees. It's like
the Elven were too stunned to speak.
And it was even worse. No, correction. So he escapes, and I think Aragorn tracks him down. You see the path through the marshes. Aragorn found him there.
Aragorn was a G. Like, if you look at all these movies, in terms of his tracking, like, Aragorn was that guy who'll be like, he passed here 1.5 hours ago. He had a pork sandwich.
Aragorn had the Batman detective vision from the Arkham series.
No, straight up, he's like, I can see the way he's walking. If you see, like, 5 steps ago, he hadn't eaten. And then these next 5 steps, you just saw he had a pork sandwich with mayonnaise and radishes, and that's why now his pace is fast. Like, that dude, like, fine. That man could track. A fly.
He was the original Sherlock Holmes.
I know that guy will track a fly, but he's like, okay, this fly started here. Okay, now in.
So he finds Gollum, then an orc patrol raids them, and then that's how he manages to lose him. But that's in that 17-year gap.
Okay.
And then
so let's
then Gandalf.
Like we said,
I'm trying to tell you that,
keep this recap.
Yeah, okay, I'll keep it short. But I'm just trying to let you know that Gandalf and company was busy during that period of time. It wasn't just like I'm gonna take a 17-year long stride to Minas Tirith and fight out. Like, that's 17 years. It was counter-espionage. Gandalf is secret agent, Grandpa. I want
secret agent Gandalf. Secret agent Gandalf.
Secret agent
Grandpa. 00 Gandalf. 00 Gandalf. 00 Gandalf.
Like he walks past that bullet hole, and instead of a gun, he points a wand.
And instead of it being like a bullet shot, it's the eye of Saruman.
Yes. It's the eye of Sauron.
Sauron, sorry, eye of Sauron. Okay. I swear, I keep flipping them. Like today, I'll say the right word.
Then eventually, they have to leave. Frodo has to leave the Shire, right?
Gandalf comes back. He tells them what happened. Then they find out that the ring is theirs. In one of the most awesome scenes ever, where he takes the thing and throws it into fire. Do you see anything? Oh, nothing at all. Ooh, wait, shit.
Ace, boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, like, the ring has a sense of humor. It was like, well, no. He doesn't know shit. I don't mind me, but
nah, the ring was like, no. You just don't. You need to take me out. You need to buy me dinner.
Yeah, that's
many men think that they know me.
That's what the ring did. Psych! It's me.
Different fingers. I'm on different fingers, but they don't know me. I'm just trying to get where I'm destined to be.
Good. We are gonna go through an entire playlist at this rate.
Many men.
Or you started playing.
But they still ain't Sauron.
I don't know what you heard about me. I don't know what you think you're gonna see, but you're just gonna really understand. I am INNG.
I'm the MAFing RNG. Okay. So Frodo
we are literally less than 20 minutes into the movie. And we've been talking for like 40 minutes.
Let's go. Making good time, bro, honestly. But anyway.
Okay, so Frodo finds out that that's the ring. Sam, the biggest moment, you see, this is like, I remember the first mention, like, this is the moment where you see that there's the good guy's plan, the bad guy's plan, and then there's God's plan. Because
enter Drake's God's plan. Anyway, sorry, I'm done. Sorry. Kai.
Because nobody was expecting Sam to.
It can't be Drake's plan. There's no minors here.
Disclaimer.
Kai. Okay.
I try to fight it.
Okay.
Look, so, yeah. You see how I keep fighting my intrusive thoughts, Zuko. Do you see how many times I tried?
I know. Look,
all right.
I've had a lot of intrusive thoughts, and I think that was just the one that got away. That was the intrusive thought that got away.
Guys. Okay, back here, Kai. So Gandalf ganks he ganks Samwise Batman style.
Yeah.
What did you hear? Where is it?
Where is it? Where is she? Where's who? I mean, where is it?
I'm Gandalf. Yeah.
And then Gandalf gives him the mission, don't you leave him Samwise Gamgee, and then he says, never put it on, for the agent of the Dark Lord will be drawn to its power. Remember, the ring desires above all else to return to the hand of its master. It wants to be found. And then Gandalf says, no, I'm going to speak to my CEO of my order. He'll know what to do. Gallop's away, leaves these two very innocent small things in the middle of the wilderness. Then
Gandalf.
What happens?
Like the thing is with the writing here, it's so good because you feel that like it sucks to be Frodo right now, and low-key it sucks to be Samwise. Because you feel like they just had this huge burden on their shoulders. But as like the movies play out, you get to see that Gandalf couldn't stay with them. Like he had to be busy. There was no option.
Yeah.
So it was just like, this sucks. But you can't look at Gandalf and say, Chief Marawetsalang. Like, like you just have to accept that Bra had to go. And it's like, Like at that point, I would have, if I was Frodo, I'd have been thinking about being an atheist. I would have been looking up the sky like, Chief!
And then...
That time
okay, it was just like so they basically get their mission. They need to take this ring to a designated place, and then Gandalf will meet them there, and they will sort out the rest of the mission later.
Yes.
And en route there, they take Merry and Pippin, who turns out to be basically
kidnap Merry and Pippin, who...
No, well, technically...
No, they didn't kidnap them. Merry and Pippin basically ran into
each other. Yeah.
Yes. Once again, fulfilling a very important mission, because they are going to be needed later on. You're going to be telling me, no, they're like, you find out why they were needed. It's all part of the big man's plan.
And you realize and then this is where you realize being an alcoholic and uktanda horata groove, because Merry and Pippin were going for booze and for booze and alcohol.
They were pinching
after they jacked somebody.
You know?
Yeah, and then Jiggy now they get pulled into this high class mission now where their lives are basically
just to pause on it for a second. What's this? These hobbits, bro? Like, what is Hobbit life? Shire side?
I'm trying to imagine.
Hobbit life?
All I'm trying to imagine is like, did Merry and Pippin ever just send a message to their folks back home like, hi ma, hi dad, look, I've been whirlwinded into a huge adventure that has to do with the end of the world, so I'm going to be away for a couple of months. Nothing like that.
I remember there's no postman.
By the time they got home, I don't care how famous you are, how rich you are. But you were dead.
Remember, was it The Hobbit? Yes, in The Hobbit, when Frodo comes back home, he finds like half of his stuff gone because people thought he was dead, and they were like, Bilbo. Yes, Bobo. Yo, I keep forgetting that there's a Bobo. Yes,
Many
so
hobbits are in
Bobo,
the
he finds
mind of
like,
Zuko.
yeah, they sold his stuff. He finds Tebello
they
with
were
his
auction.
jacket. He finds BuckMeister with
They
his
were
hat.
auctioning
He
his
finds
house.
Kim with his belt.
Do you know how?
Basically,
Do you know how
he
long
was
he was gone?
literally he was like five. He was 5'2". His house was 5'2", being sold to someone else.
Do you know how long had he been gone though?
How long?
13 months.
A year and some change.
That's a year and 1 month.
Exactly.
Yeah, the hobbits move quick.
And it's almost exactly the same time length that Frodo and them left the Shire.
So anyway, they get to this bar.
Mm-hmm.
Wait,
let's not forget. Let's not forget the reason they got
kidnapped. Did we miss something?
Yeah, because Frodo, Gandalf gallops all the way to Isengard to meet the head of the Order, Jiggy Saruman. Saruman decided to.
Yes.
Saruman he reveals that he was balls
top
deep
10, top 10 enemy betrayals.
Nani?
Nanda korai kono yaro.
You destroyed with him, Gandalf. How on? Wise, my friend. And they had the biggest magic battle that never happens. Like, as much as people, I remember you guys are complaining that magic, Gandalf doesn't do a lot of magic, but when he's with his people, shame, it's on site.
No, they
counter.
No, I was like, what's this? I started playing like, what's this? The Imperial March. Dun 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 dun. Well, hey, to be fair, Gandalf used the Force way better than a lot of the Jedi now.
Okay, I'm not going to say anything.
At this point, I don't think the Jedi even know what the Force is. They're just swinging.
Like I feel
Honestly,
like Gandalf,
I don't think they even understand
I feel like Gandalf should just walk into the Star Wars universe and just be like, "What are you guys doing? Here's how you do this."
That's not how the Force works. That's exactly
quick tangent. This is how I feel about the Force these days. The Force is 100-page guide on how to use the Force, and they only have 20 pages.
When we end this show, guys, I gotta show you a clip when we end the show, but like it'll be after the show, offline. Anyway, moving on. So yeah, Ace, top 10 betrayals. Saruman, he gets the jump on Gandalf basically, and then he knocks Gandalf out, right?
Yeah.
And then after that, that when we cut back to?
Then we cut back because he finds out that the 9 have
and then he like traps him in the tower.
9 have left Minas Morgul, and then he knows that Frodo's in danger. That's when we find out the Black Riders are there. And
so the Black Riders are the 9, the Nazgul.
Yes, the Nazgul.
Yeah, the Nazgul.
You see, and that's why we mentioned the last time in the video we'll not talk about that the first movie really gives a good thriller vibes. You know what I mean? It gives a good thriller movie vibes because you don't have climatic epic battles and stuff at this point, but there's a lot of underlying thing. You see these shadowy monsters chasing you, and you're just a little guy. And at that moment, you feel yourself as Frodo, and you see these massive black-clad things on horses with spikes coming out of their paw feet, and
it gives a good build-up without the
this is how you do exposition. Like whenever I want to learn how to do exposition, I'm gonna like basically not watch this movie in its entirety, maybe I will, but like basically watch breakdowns of how Tolkien did a lot of exposition, because I think the other thing is that he does really well is that he'll set up a character and then he'll explain that character, but he'll have that character in action and motion while he's explaining that character. So then at least you're not stuck with, okay, this is a 13,000-page essay on who this guy is. You get to see who he is and what he does and what he's about while they talk about him enough, and it gives you like a 3D image of who a character is. Because, perfect example, Aragorn. Like the way he introduced Aragorn within this. First off, Merry and Pippin, guys, they don't pick up on any clues, context clues. Like Frodo is like literally saying out loud, "I'm using a different name. Do not call me Frodo." Merry and Pippin. Hey, what's up, Frodo?
You know. Then there's the other one. At least you see, one of the few times where Mary came to step up was when you realized, like, guys, that Black Rider was chasing something or someone, and then Sam's like, we need to get to the side, we need to get out of the side, we need to get to Village of Bree, and Mary was like, instant on side, Buckleberry Ferry, follow me. And the world's slowest horse, I remember Mr. Extrodin saying, like, that horse should have caught Frodo in a, in a second.
No, I was just like, I think maybe Frodo was like zigzagging and the horse was confused.
And then there was a part of Frodo's running there. Go, Mr. Frodo, hurry, go! And the horse is busy. Go. I think the horse joined the union. It was like, we're gonna inconvenience this evil mother effers. Because if you look at the ways those horses were treated, I'm sure they're like, any way we're gonna make sure these guys' lives are difficult as possible.
I missed him.
No. We are chasing him. I need to be dramatic and epic and scary and stuff because we're evil, right, sir? And
he's just like, Frodo, come
the
on.
The horse was in slow motion. Everyone else was in regular motion.
Yeah. And then Frodo jumps into the ferry. They pushed away. The horse stops. And then
the horse was like, Ethan, we almost got him.
We almost got him. And then what gets me going is that it stops. The Nazgul screams at him. And then, done. It turns. Like, where's the next? How far to the nearest crossing? The Brandywine Bridge. It's 20 miles. And you just see the other riders they're already on their way. That part always gets me going. It's like, when they say evil, the evil that does not sleep, it's those guys. Because they were not like saying, okay, we're going to take a 5 minutes to be frustrated or angry or something like
frustration for who? Right. Oh, we missed him. Where's the next one?
Sauron called them all. You're all on the clock. Move.
No, GPS. Like recalculating. In the next 20 miles, turn left. And they're like,
recalculating your route.
Recalculating.
Then they get to the village. Things get messed up. Gonna really fast, guys. We're gonna fast forward now, ne? I'm speaking to the audience. The audience, guys. Gonna fast forward. The other
Watch the movie. Watch the movie. It'll make sense.
Of course, yeah. Then another highlight that I'm gonna talk about is when Frodo gets stabbed by the bad guys.
Oh yeah, this is when I was like, what does this ring do? Like the first time I was watching it, I was like, people keep telling me this ring is strong. Kanti, there's no powers, no magic. No. It doesn't fly into the sky.
It's strong only in the hands of its creator. Everyone else, it's a problem.
Like, because when Frodo put it on, I was like, all right, here we go. Anime power up next.
Like, I'm gonna
That's what I think a lot of people also missed is that you as not the main user of the ring, you get a little power here and there. The main dude who it's meant for, he's the one who gets all the power. Yeah. You get a little some.
Yeah.
You get to be invisible, but just to regular people, not to the things that are trying to stab you.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
And also both Merry and Pippin, fire in the night, and you're getting chased by monsters. Guys!
On a tower! But
but guys, didn't we miss that they were first at the bar? That's where we meet Aragorn.
Aragorn saved them from the Nazgul the first time round because basically they tricked the Nazgul. They pretended they did that whole, the thing you do as a kid where you put your pillows under your blankets and you make it look like your blankets, and then basically what Aragorn says is now you guys got to get out of here. So he takes them and he Hey, and Brad, look, they were hard. They were hard.
Look, they were like killing.
Mad. No, I'm saying
this is kill first, ask no questions.
Yes.
No, but I'm saying I feel like those extra 3 stabs at the end was because they were upset that they missed him. They were like, man,
you bastard.
And then when they opened pillows, and the one, it's this one horse. That one, there's always that one horse that's not part of the union. And it was that horse that was pointing next door. There!
Snitch! You!
I never had anything.
Snitch of a horse, yes.
Then...
so anyway, the Nazgul managed to track them again, and that's where we see badass Aragorn.
Aragorn with the
badass Aragorn, and then he literally he's
Aragorn did the Neji stance. So it was like 8 trigrams, 360.
Hey dog, and remember he's the only fighter against 9 people, and he was there. Oh, there were 5 of them then, yeah.
But I mean, it's 5 Nazgûl. It's not just regular soldiers. Like, it's undead demon king lords. And Aragorn said, "Make my day."
You know? Funny enough,
he was like, "Come on, punk, you feeling lucky?"
Funny enough, okay. Then gonna just fast forward a little further now. Frodo stabbed, and they're like, "We need to get to Rivendell. He'll stabbed by Morgul blade. This is beyond my skill to heal. He needs elvish medicine." And then he says like, we are 9 days from Rivendell. He'll never make it. And then you just see again Frodo mumbling to himself, Gandalf, because of course he's having a fever. Cut to Isengard, and one of my favorite scenes of the entire movie. We see the Isengard has been transformed basically. The trees are gone. Nothing that naturally is there. It's become a big ass mining community. Orcs are everywhere. It looks industrious, and then out of nowhere there is a moth, and the music changes, and the words in Elvish translate is that I believe it is the earth cries. No, it's the earth laments and the wind cries, or something like that. I'll put the translations down. I'll remember them. We are getting us run down now. This is a quickie compared to the original narrative.
We're not going to take our time. We're not going to go in depth.
We are not going to go in. This is not.
It's not going to be. It's not going to be ETV at 12.
Yeah.
No, this one is a 5-minute video.
Yeah. Is that 5 minutes?
This is those videos in between after the program ends and and you're waiting for the next program.
Yeah.
It's those videos.
It's a filler arc without being a filler arc. It's not that passionate love-making thing that you did in your honeymoon. It's that 5-minute quickie before the day starts. You know that.
Yeah. When you're in the car driving on the side, and you still have to get to work.
I think they got it. I think we explained it very well. Yeah, like guys, they got it. They got it.
Yo, shout out to Zuko being the grown-up of the group. Literally becomes the oldest. Enough.
Hey, guys. ADH Kai, come on.
He turned into Gandalf, full of a tux.
Then we cut down.
Okay, so
I wanted to highlight about that moth with the beautiful scenery that the virtue of being the good guy, the virtue of good is it doesn't need to brag. Help can come in the form of something as tiny as a moth, and that moth can still do what it can to change the day. Evil requires braggadociousness and trying to intimidate you with vast numbers and looking all overwhelming. And yet a good thing could be, the one thing that turns the day could be finding a moth in the middle of nowhere. So that's
Evil needs Gucci. You just need Pep Store.
Exactly.
Write that down. Price.
remember what Kendrick said about Drake in that Euphoria song.
He said a lot.
Okay, no, there's a line I was mentioning about you're always.
I hate, and I'm the biggest hater. I hate the way that you walk.
Yeah. No, not the famous one.
At the very beginning, he says, "You've all about this certain clothes wear, but you've never been around with you've never been seen with wearing FUBU or something like that."
Oh my god.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like you're imitating the lifestyle. So you want to have this glamorous life, but you went there. At the beginning when things was tough.
Hey man, Kendrick said to Drake, "Die 100 deaths, shoot such."
Not only he sealed it. I think he also at this rate he also invoked the black ancestors to revoke his black card. Like, you shall now age like the Caucasian. No,
my boy is looking like his soul. Someone said they look like they took his minor.
Your black card is mine.
Yes, your black card is mine. And then
your minor shall no longer be yours.
And then as I'm busy taking his black card, somebody says, "Don't." When after he took away his black power, his black powers, Kendrick walked away saying, "Don't worry, Drake. Since you got so much money, you can afford you can afford the plastic surgery."
Okay.
BBL
Kai.
BBL
Okay. So back to it.
Kai.
And then we found out that Saruman is making the Urukai. Now, fast forward to. Oh, shame!
Getting saved.
I forgot to mention that part of you see where those statues were. Where Frodo was with all those big ass ugly troll statues are frozen in time. That's where Bilbo was years ago, and those are the very same trolls that he mentioned in his story that got turned to stone. If you see that scene, fun fact. But then at that point, Gandalf says, "Do you know the Athelas plant? Kingsfall. It's a weed, but it can help slow the poisoning." And that's when he meets his girlfriend. What's this? A ranger caught off his guard. And we get to see an elf for the first time in the movie. You know, we saw elves in the battle sequences, so you don't actually interact with them. It was like a flashback in this part.
It sounded like they needed to start playing some Kanye or something when Arwen stepped onto the scene. It was like, Arwen walks
with me.
Arwen walks.
Because the way she galloped in and the lights shone.
I was like, dog, it's like, what? This is walking on water. I was like, hey, man, is it going to turn water into wine? What's happening here? Arwen walks.
And then she goes there and speaks to Frodo. Frodo. Im Arwen Talil Tidal. Last to Bethnin, Toladan and Galad. Which means, hear my voice, return to the light.
Nerd alert.
Yeah.
This comes from the biggest nerd in the room. Anyway.
Dude. I hate the way that you nerd, the way that you blurred.
Anyway, no. Ask Zuko about camera lighting and light angling and everything about his industry. There's no bigger nerd.
He's a film nerd.
Yeah, but that's
the way this guy
being a technical
I now know things about lighting and stuff that I never thought about when I see these things. Like I'm watching movies, like, oh, okay, so they're doing this and this.
It's a visual effect. It's a visual effect that tells the story. Like it's so necessary. Like think about this. A simple light hack. If you're watching something and you're not sure if it's real or not, try to remember, is the current thing that you're watching, is it brighter than the original? The more brighter the scene, the more likely it is it's a dream or a hallucination.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're not here. This isn't real, is it? It's just a dream. And like you called it.
The brighter the scene, the more likely it is a dream.
I mean, that's why when Arwen stepped on the scene, I was like, is this happening for real? Like, I was like, yo, is Frodo like tripping?
And then she turns to normal, like, hey, Tuna. Oh, she's like, oh, he's fading fast. He needs to be met with my father. And she's like ignoring all the other hobbits. It's the funniest thing. Like, who is she?
And also in this particular scene, the light is showing her goodness. Yeah. So you don't know her, you just see her coming through. You're like, who is this lady on the horse? But because she is so lit up, you know she's the good guy. She's there to save them, but you don't know her. So that's another thing you look out for, like how someone is like right now. Judging from what I can see on the light right now, I would be the good guy. Tebello would be the bad guy, and Buck would be that guy you're not sure is he the good guy or the bad guy.
Why am I
just based on the because you're a little bit darker, especially because of your background.
Okay.
Because of your background, it's very dark, your background. So it's making your lighting look a little bit darker. Like it's literally minor difference. So basically, it'll be something like that. Like you see,
don't
like
make him
Buck's
put on
background.
The ring. I feel like he's looking for the ring now.
Yeah, it's like it's because of the precious. It's making me dark as it is, isn't it?
Like look at Buck. Like his background is light, but he's dark. So you thinking he's the bad guy, but then he could turn out to be the undercover agent. But Tebello, you are in light and your background is dark. So then you could actually be the
Trust
bad
me.
guy. And then my background is light and I am in light. So I would be the good guy.
So I'm
So it's just
telling you guys.
it's little light tricks that just help you tell the story, and that's how you pick up some people that sometimes you don't like people just because how they lit. So someone will be lit a little bit dark, and then your unconscious mind will be like evil, and then you're like, I don't like him, but there's literally nothing you can point out to say why you don't like
but Zuko,
him.
I don't like that. I don't like that the dark ones are the evil ones. Yeah. Come on now.
It's basic psychology. It's not even based on anything other than it's just basic psychology. You see light, you think good. You see dark, you see bad. That's why black people have been made evil and white people have been made good.
It's also
It's
simple as that. Anyway, ADH. Oh no, that was a nerd Kai. Kai.
Okay, so back to it.
I wanted to say, if you pay attention, to our wedding that scene, you'll see that the outfit she's wearing when she's talking to Frodo in that light, and then what she's actually wearing are two total different outfits. Like, what a change! Because at the moment her hair's done and everything, but then when she picks up Frodo up, her hair's all tied up and everything because she's been riding. Anyway, then we cut to them speaking in Elvish, and she's like, "Okay, no, I'll have to go. I'm the faster rider. You stay with this. You stay with these other plebs."
You stay with these peasants.
This is Merry and Pippin.
Yeah, you never heard of him. And then she's like, okay, if I get to the river, the power of my people will protect me and stuff like that. So you have got to stay with these people. And then she takes off. And then Sam is the only one who's like, what are you doing? Those wraiths are still out there. And then comes to my second favorite scene of the movie, where there's that horse chase, and you just see the black horse and the white horse are going like. And then
they look like they wanted to stop there and have a caucus. It's like, shit, we need to go back to the Kosatu Union because why are they making us?
And this is another good use of storytelling. So they use regular pace and slow mo to build the tension. So it will go in regular pace, and then they'll cut to one rider and it'll be in slow mo, and then cut to another rider, it'll be slow mo. So now it's building that tension. We're like, yo, they're gonna catch us. But so that's another little trick of the trade to all our aspiring writers and animators. That's how you build also another way to build tension.
Tension, true. And then you just see the hand coming up to go grab him, and then you just hear, Arwen, Rina Rimbekolaya. And then that was just Nas.
And if you actually notice, the hand grabbing, and they're never in the same scene. The hand is always grabbing, but it's never grabbing on something. But because it's
you said Arwen change gear.
Yes.
Look,
you just see the horse.
Like there was a button in the back, and basically she looked at the Nazgul and she was like, family.
I was family, dog. She said family.
And if you pay attention, it shows out to another unlikely a female character being a good rider. The other one I think about is the chase scene in The Mummy, where the all get up into the place and she's riding a camel.
Oh yeah, I remember that. I need to rewatch The Mummy. That was a really good movie.
Rachel Weisz.
Shame. Everyone's bisexual awakening. I'll always advocate that movie, The Mummy. I will say,
I will say that was the first time I was like, Brendan Fraser is a good-looking dude, but I was like, Rachel Weisz though.
Yes, Rachel Weisz.
Rachel Weisz though, like
Anuksun Amun.
Bro, like Rachel Weisz was so hot. Like Rachel Weisz was so hot that when they tried to pass her off as an Egyptian, I still believed it.
Yes. Tracks.
I was like,
to quote the famous meme, "Till this day,
Till this day.
Others die.
Anyway, moving on.
Anyway.
We cut to then Frodo passes out into home, and then you hear like, "Oh, hold on, Frodo, not now." And she prays, "Whatever graces passed to me, let him pass to him, let him be spared." And then you hear in the background, "Last to Beth Taladan Galat." That's Elrond saying the same line that she said, but then he has the authority as the king, basically the steward of the Noldor, and he has the ring of healing. Shout out. So when he invoked that spell, like there was no denying it. And cut out to Frodo waking up.
Wait. No, we got to talk about Arwen's water style. Basically, she becomes a character from Naruto for 2 seconds.
Yes! Give us the halfling.
Wuton!
If you want him,
wash you away.
If you want him, come and claim him.
Water wall. Water style.
She was like
water dragon jutsu.
Yes.
That was basically that was a water horse jutsu.
Water horse trampling no jutsu.
Water style, and then the Nazgûl were like, I didn't know we were in a shonen, and then somebody started playing a flute.
Okay. So we get the water style, which is very awesome, very well directed. CGI still stands up till this day. CGI still stands up to this.
Looking at you, Disney, with this new adaptation of Lion King.
Oh God.
Yeah.
The problem with Lion King is that like the CGI was good, but it's just like, dog, I'm looking for talking animals. All of this looks boring. I can just go watch a documentary and play something in my head. Yeah.
Okay, then looking at you, Disney, with the Jungle Book.
Oh, okay, yeah. That one I have no defense.
Yeah, the thing is with the Lion King, it looked like just above Final Fantasy, but below a live action, so it was weird.
Yeah, because they wanted to be as realistic as possible about these animals. Like, no.
They sing. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to do.
Scar.
Exactly. Like, if it looked like Final Fantasy, I would have loved it. Or at least I wouldn't have.
Yeah,
I mean, how are you going to show me a real pig singing Hakuna Matata? That doesn't make sense.
What are you talking about? Why? How dare they make Scar was the most good-looking lion I've ever seen in my life. You can say anything about that villain, but that black mane and that Scar and those eyes, and those green-ass eyes and everything. He was on. That man took care.
He was a baddie.
He took care of his appearance, and then you made a CG version of a lion that looked like it has got AIDS. That lion looked like it had terminal AIDS. I'm sorry. How dare you do that? No. Bad Disney, bad.
This ain't bad Disney. Guy. Okay.
That was the weakest Kai you've ever done, bro. Like that Kai had no energy. Like
you're so defeated.
I need to read more sides.
That guy had no chakra.
Okay,
so Frodo wakes up. He's all good.
And
then we get the council. Everybody meets up.
And then that's
one does not simply make a request to walk to Mordor.
What simply does not walk into Mordor? There's evil that does not sleep, and the great eye is ever watchful.
Like when you guys told me that thing about you're gonna do it.
Quick fun fact about Boromir.
Yes.
So he read the scene and it was ready, and then the day of the scene that
you mentioned this in the other the Return of the King.
In the other one, but I get it now. It's the Fellowship one, so it makes more sense.
Yeah.
So now, if you actually watch the Fellowship, you will see a lot of the time he's like this, and it's not because he's disinterested. It's because he's trying to read the script and think. However, it works surprisingly enough because now it's like every time someone says something, he's just like, "Yo, guys, like, do you understand what Litini?" No, man, guys. So now, as much as he's looking and trying to read his next line, because he got the script that morning and he was literally and he had it pasted on his thigh. It actually works for the scene because it shows like frustration, like, do you guys understand what you're actually talking about? Do you understand what you're asking of us? Because every time, like not every time, but when it cuts to him and he's doing like this, it's like now he's like frustrated, like, yo, these guys, I need to convince them of this thing. Like, guys, no, kunje. And then he comes back like, yo, no, guys, you guys are so
like
stupid.
That was a testament to Sean Bean as an actor because, like, because other people, like, they'll be reading their, like, in other movies, like bad movies or whatever, looking at you, Rebel Moon, what's this? People will be saying stuff like, nobody loves me, love was beaten out to me. It's like, dog, is the script in front of you? Is Zack Snyder, like, to the side, like, in the next
holding up flyers,
rolling up reading cards, is the teleprompter. Yeah, he got the line
and
that
just
day
shows,
and he's figuring it out.
And as Buck is saying, like, this, can you imagine, you get a script, you're reading it, and you're trying to figure out, like, how am I supposed to say this? How am I supposed to play this? And remember, you're also not trying to take away what you already had in your mind, because you already read the script for that scene, but then they changed it. So now he's trying to, so let's say he was like, I'm going to be angry in the scene. And then he comes, he's like, no, you're not angry, you are confused and frustrated. So now he has to change his whole perspective on the scene. And how he interacts with the people, because now you are supposed to, let's say, act angry. Now he has to act like confused and like, what are you guys talking about? So Sean Bean.
So and everybody starts arguing, right? This is when people start.
And then the ring is busy doing its thing. Like in the background, is visiting. And as far as Honor can see, is like,
I got that really shiny thing. Yes, I shine. Could be on your finger. I will make you mine. Then you know. And then I'll make Sauron go low, 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 low. The whole room was looking at me.
At me. You know.
I. Oh no, my favorite.
Everybody got dizzy. Okay, so Frodo steps up and is like, "Yo, what up, man? Yo, I got this.
I got this.
I'm the Hobbit. I'm the Hobbit for this job."
Frodo was just like, nobody.
No one. Like, I'll take the ring to Sauron, to Mordor.
No, I mean, like, he said it like, if I don't do this, bro, we're doomed.
We're all doomed.
Yeah. So Frodo stepped up and is like, "Yo, man, if you want a job, right? If you want something done right, get a Hobbit to do
because
it."
Because he was ready to go home. He was like, "Yo, Sam," like him and Sam were just like, "Yeah, we got a chair." Levi, and then Elrond was like, sorry, psych. 1 second. Hold on.
Yeah, about that. Ooh,
okay, so then this is where the name of the movie comes in, because they become the Fellowship of the
Ring. Title drop.
That's how you do a title drop, by the way. Yo.
And then
that was actually. And then as oh my soul, Uvwisile said this is where the movie could have ended.
Oh yeah.
And that's where we did cut it through. 3 hours.
This is where the movie could have ended.
Yeah, hey.
So this is where the movie could have ended because the way it was done. And I think this is where in the cinema it actually gave you an intermission, because you got like a 15-minute intermission.
Do you got those things? That were nice.
Yeah.
Shame. Where my cinema back here in we watched where I watched it at New Metro at it was in Pretoria North, North Park Mall. That New Metro, you will suffer.
I watched it in at the Kimberley Keniko,
Yes.
and we got a 15-minute intermission.
You will suffer.
So it was enough time.
Turn him into Spartans.
Yeah, I have got to
Movie goers, what is your one job?
If I give you 15 minutes, then I won't catch the last taxi. I have to go to Shoshanguva after this hot mess. You will sit there and you'll watch. You will pee afterwards. You came here with your car.
Yeah, so I think that this was the first movie that I watched that had an intermission because it was so long.
Yeah.
And
the only movie I watched that gave me an intermission was by my admittedly a terrible move, but I watched the movie Alexander the Great, starring Colin Farrell. And
I enjoyed that movie. Like a lot of people criticize, but I enjoyed that movie because I thought it covered a lot. It covered his childhood.
It covered a lot in a short amount of time. That is true.
Yeah, like in terms of his childhood, it covered why he was determined to be as great as he was.
And it also but that's another movie for another talk.
Yeah, and then
Kai, we'll talk about this later.
So
we'll end up going into that movie.
So now the fellowship starts off and they bounce, and this is where we meet Legolas, we meet Gimli, we meet Boromir,
and Aragorn. Right? No, wait, we've met Aragorn at this point. Yeah,
we've met Aragorn.
This is where we find out that his name is Aragorn, son of Arathorn, the one true.
Oh yes, the big reveal.
So is Isildur his like great granddad or something?
25 generations, yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and then if you go from Isildur, go back like another 25 or so generations, then Elrond is his uncle.
Let's not talk about that.
There's like a 50 generation gap.
Winter is coming. Let's not talk about that.
Okay.
That slight tangent. Did you see how everybody lost it on the House of Dragons? Like they were like, "Bruh, with his mama?" And I'm like, "Dog, which show have you guys been watching?" And I'm confused.
With his mama?
One of the characters in House of Dragons apparently hawked toward his mom or something, and everybody's like,
what? "Oh, too far."
The mom is too far. The sister and the brothers and the cousins and the
look. Okay, like I need another word for too far. Like it's already been too far, but I need like too far. Like too far doesn't do it. Like oh my soul.
And you have the nerve to compare this to J.R.R. Tolkien's work to Lord of the Rings. Never mention those two books in the same name, in the same breath ever again. I exile it from now on. Not only do
the guy he hawked to his mom.
Apparently, or the mom hawked to him, something like that, somewhere there.
Hold on. And then
you know what? I was actually planning on watching. I was planning on watching this after season 2 finished, but now I'm not so sure. Like,
I so the mom is the cutoff. Like people have been like maimed. People have been sleeping with their. I think isn't there a dad and a dad and a daughter at some stage or something.
No, it's an uncle. It's an uncle and a niece.
So it's
an uncle and a niece right
now.
Got a
two, chief. So now I'm confused why everybody's.
Hey, I'm an only child. I only have my mom. This is too far for me. I have no uncle. I have no aunt. This is too far for me.
Same here.
I haven't watched season 1. I didn't watch season 1 because I was still traumatized from GOT. And then I heard good things about it, so I figured I'd watch season 1 and 2 after season 2 was finished. But now that you're telling me this, like
they wanted that blonde hair. Apparently, that blonde hair is premium.
Hey, Ntanga, premium blonde hair.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something right now, kids. Listen here. If you ever put Game of Thrones, J.R.R. Martin's work in the same breath as Tolkien's work ever again, I swear to God, I will come with you to the nether realm. You will go straight into the nether realm right there. In fact, no, there's a planet called Char in StarCraft. is literally a whole molten lava planet full of disgusting bugs called an egg, I will take you there personally into that planet and yeet you into that planet
Fire
right
style.
now.
Great fire annihilation.
Yes, like, yeah. And then that guy has the audacity to go on to social media and complain at this new show because he doesn't like how they changed the emblems of the dragons and say, oh, his dragons don't have 4 arms and stuff like that. Finish your goddamn book and then you can compare it to the rest of the world. I am sick and tired of you player-hating on Lord of the Rings works while you're busy making mom and kids go snoo. Ew.
Frustration, Kai.
Okay, back to it.
Yeah.
Okay, so the fellowship goes off and they headed to Mordor.
Yes.
Because even though you just don't go to Mordor, you have to go to Mordor.
One does not. Oh, I love that meme. One does not simply buy a PlayStation 5.
Did you talk about that last meme in the last movie? Like, the day may come where I can let you live in that dress. But it is not this day.
yeah, we did that. We did that one.
Yeah, okay,
cool. So they go in. They spend some time together. These guys start bonding, but you also get to see
there's still
that
friction.
you get to see there's still friction, and you also get to see that people are serious about this ring. Like Boromir holds the ring for like 1 second, and it's like, it's so beautiful, it's so pretty, it's so pretty, and then you just see Aragorn. Hand on the trigger. He's about to turn it.
Like,
he's about to turn into Samurai Jack.
I was going. He was about to turn into a past tense.
Gotta get back to the mountain, Aragorn.
A quick side note that nothing to do with the story.
Huh?
The camera angles in these scenes they're so beautiful. The views are beautiful.
Yes.
They're so like, wow. They're so pretty. But they're not pretty for pretty's sake. They are showing you how torturous and how long and how far this journey is.
Yes.
So
Zuko called these shots a woman with a hot woman with a degree. Like, she's not just
beauty and brains, Ntanga, beauty and brains. How?
It's a graduate. It's a graduate. It's a graduate.
It's a graduate, Ntanga. It's Faith in Kenzi. Faith in Kenzi with her honors. Ow!
Yeah.
Come on. What more do you want?
Right.
These
are the shots that you take. These shots
are Miss with her masters. What more do you
want? These are the shots you take home to your parents. Introduce your parents to these shots.
Guys,
like,
maybe
mom,
maybe I should
dad,
ask.
this is the long shot.
Wow. Okay, guys.
I was telling you about.
Maybe I should just ask. Do you think we should just continue the second part next week?
Well, how are we looking time wise? When are you trying to end this?
Because we're like an hour and a half in, and I think that's about it for this time because we are out of time.
That's
I
have no issue with that.
Okay, yeah, no, there's no problem. We can pick it up next week. But basically, we're ending with the journey on.
So
yeah, we're ending with the journey on to Mordor. This is not a bad place to jump off.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
you got jokes,
pick it up from
like literally
and
the half point. You also got plot, guys. We gave you all three.
And I need to go literally wash. And I need to literally need to go wash my deep cleanse my spirit. How can you take some? I am called the gold dragon of the House of Khala, and I'm seeing this man make a show about dragons that I don't even want to bother watching, and he's busy making such a mockery with all this incestuous nonsense and disgusting. Ew.
You're still there, Chief Kai.
But in his defense,
he's activated my defense.
In his defense,
yeah,
it was how a lot of teenagers kept this. That's why there were so many mad kings and mad queens and mad princes. It's because they kept in order to keep the bloodline pure and keep the bloodline strong. A lot of intermarriages and a lot of interrelations happen.
Look,
even if you go to Egypt, What's his name?
The Egyptians married into that. They married their sisters, yeah. Married his sister.
Yeah, like King Tut. King Tut was hella deformed and hella ugly because he was the progeny of his aunt.
At what point do you be like? I think, guys, we need to dilute the gene pool. Like when the ears are Dumbo sized, it's just like Buffett. What are we doing here?
Like basically his dad. He like it was so confusing. Like his dad was like his grandfather's brother, and his mom was also technically his sister or his aunt, and it was insanity. So as much as it's nasty, this is literally based on historical fact. It's not just someone being nasty for nasty's sake.
Look, I know all that, and I was
I'm just saying, like, bro, at what point, like, dog, I was, like, that's why Harry had to go run off with a black woman, because he was just like, I'm tired of all of this.
Yeah, he was making sure he's getting fresh genes into the family pool. Like, I need to go as melanated as possible. Like, this.
And actually, if you probably look into the royal family, you will see a lot of these people are like cousins and things.
Have you seen how Queen Elizabeth looked when she don't have the royal makeup on? It was like, ooh. You look like you had I'm saying, she looked like that whole family. Sometimes they look like they were infected by the precious. It's like, bro, were you guys Team Sauron?
What happened? This dude was looking fresh, and then he went over 21, and then he was just like, what the fuck is like the Prince Charles you see with Diane, and you think hey dog, like Prince Charles when he was like 16, 18, no, he could get the baddies. Prince Charles when he was like 25, he was like, what the fuck.
Let me tell you something about the royal family. That family tree is a big ass circle.
Make the circle bigger.
I think you can almost say for almost all the royal family.
It's an Ouroboros.
Yeah.
Anyway, we need to end the video, guys. Kai, we need to end the video.
Guys, we're at the end. As you can see, the ADHD demon won. So we gonna cut this point here. We're gonna continue next week for a short little summary. Trust me, it's short. If you think this video is long, oh sweetie,
you have no idea.
You are in for something.
Oh, you're in for something. Brace yourselves, man. We are gonna go into a dissertation. They're gonna make you write an exam afterwards when those other videos are long. Finish, because I need you to.
You will pass the exam. You won't need to study. You will just watch this and pass the exam.
You will just watch this and you'll pass everything anyway. So, the end credits are coming up. I hope that you love to comment and subscribe. Follow these guys. Follow Mr Extrodin. Oh, we didn't even explain that Mr Extrodin is has been kidnapped into the Kamui dimension.
They'll understand.
So yeah, sorry to Mr Extrodin. Once again, deepest apologies to Rob. Maybe he can show up next week. If Rob shows up for the next episode, it's not going to be a summary. It's going to be one long in-depth thing. But we'll figure things out. Once again, I want to become more viral than herpes, and the only way herpes is spreads is through mouth to mouth. So please talk about that.
So you should let it burn.
We love you guys. We'll see you guys next week. Peace out.
Peace.